It's Wednesday. We're back. Happy hump day, bae. We have a lot to discuss. How are you? Are you watching Bridgerton? Oh my God. The fighting finger banging? I'm obsessed. Let's get into it. Hello, world. Come inside. The Dear Juju podcast. This week, I have to be honest, I have been in the edit bay. I'm in there at the butt crack of dawn before all my kids wake up. I've been going there after I put them down. So I've really been focused on trying to get this long form YouTube video out for you guys. And it is so much fun. I love creating and post. It's been creatively so freaking fulfilling. But I don't know if you know this, and this is a little history lesson, but in between my professional dance career and when I was trying to figure out where I was going to land professionally, I worked for Dreamworks Digital. I started running shows for them, and then I ended up having like a paid position there. It was my only office job ever, and I had about 5 to 8 editors underneath me at one point, and I was stitching together their digital shows for television overseas. And me and those boys had the best time. They were always laughing at me. I was always telling them, I was single at the time, and I was telling them all my dramas, and they were helping me on what I should do. And I loved being a boss lady, and I would bring them things. So yeah, I used to work for Dreamworks as an editor. But oh my God, are you watching Bridgerton? There are a few TV shows I love. Palm Royale, Bridgerton, like anything that has a time period. I love an era, darling. Let me tell you, if Penelope Featherington and her thick, womanly, beautiful body can have a glow up in a main character, it just makes me feel so much better about my body. You know what I mean? And everything. She is so beautiful. And let me tell you, Bridgerton has got feminism right this season. Sorry, Barbie. Sorry, okay? We have a main character who is voluptuous, who isn't exactly perfect. Then she has a man fall in love with her who supports her in what she does in her career. He was honest to her about his insecurities. For feminism to rise, I don't feel like down with the patriarch, but we don't have to pull them all the way down. We can pull them down just to eye level. We don't need no Mojo Dojo Casa House and make them douchebag nation. The men that are in our lives that we love them. I thought, this is how you do it. This is where feminism and the patriarch, kind of can coincide in this lovely relationship. And guys, the fighting finger banging scene. I was in my house. My throat is a little sore because I was going, yes. I just want to get in a fight and then start making out and finger banging. I just thought it was so hot. But it's all because they love each other so much and they just want to get, oh my God. I'm like, this is right. This is right. It feels right in my gut. I love it. Hopefully I didn't ruin anything if you haven't watched it yet. It's just hot. A little fun fact, I named my daughter Giuggiana because one of my favorite films is Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. And Mr. Darcy's little sister, who he loves and admires so much and just thinks the world of, her name is Giuggiana. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, I got so excited when thinking about having a girl because I want to take her to all the like girly things that I do, right? Like nails and hair and makeup and going to the flower mart together. I'm doing a flower video this week, so I took her with me and life is just better with her. Honey, she was dancing through the aisles. She was smelling everything going, Mom, it's so beautiful. We have to get it. I'm also having to pass on how to take care of the delicate flower that is down there. And that's not easy. Like cleaning it, we have a little cream that we have to put on because she's still in a diaper, sitting in a SIDS bath, like a bath with like a little baking soda when it gets irritated. There's all these things that I'm teaching her how to garden her flower, if you will. And these are things that you don't think about when you have a girl. Like my husband is just like, no, thank you. Like, can you wipe her? Can you clean her? Like all of that. No, I'm not doing any of that. So I am definitely showing her the appreciation of flowers and showing her how to take care of her delicate flower. Okay. There's a lot that you got to pass on. So it was Father's Day. Now, the day of, I snuck out because I always like to do in the morning, a little surprise morning. I like to have a little muffin. I like to have a gift that's all wrapped. I like to hang things. I like to have balloons. So when people wake up in the morning, it's such a lovely way to start their day. These are birthdays, special days that we're celebrating. I like to always have a morning moment. It's something that just starts the day off right, where it's not like, oh yeah, you want to go out to dinner, happy Father's Day. It's like, no. I prepped this. I woke up early. I thought about you. I woke up and I made some homemade chocolate chip banana bread. And then I was like, I need to go while everyone's sleeping and get some balloons. I went to 3, count them, 3 stores to get a happy Father's Day balloon. Could not find one. What the hell is up with that? So Father's Day should be just as celebrated as Mother's Day. And I don't know about you, but the father of my children gives just as much to my kids as I do. I feel like we are really in a 50-50 partnership when it comes to parenting and taking care of the kids. He is amazing. He shows up for them. He pulls up when I have to get ready for Dear Juju. Then he takes the kids. It's just any father that sticks with their family, in my opinion, and then goes above and beyond and is present and makes them laugh and plays with them and helps take care of them and nurture them should deserve a balloon at least. I was like, you guys, where are the Father's Day balloons? Oh, we didn't get some this year. We didn't order them. And I'm like, why? Do you have Mother's Day balloons? They were like, yeah, that is not cool. And they were like, yeah, we've received a lot of complaints about it. I'm like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. You should have. The fact that he hasn't gone and bought cigarettes and never came back, he needs a freaking balloon. Now, lastly, I'm reading this book right now called Letting Go. I think I talked about it a couple of times ago. And one of the chapters was talking about guilt. And I'm really, as a former Catholic and an Italian, trying to work on letting go of guilt. And the one thing this week that I felt super guilty about, graham crackers have this hold on me. Crumble up the graham cracker and now my husband went to Trader Joe's, and I know that I cannot buy those graham crackers without eating the whole box, so I never buy them, okay? But my husband went to the grocery store this week because he was picking up the slack. That's why he deserves a balloon. And he bought a box of graham crackers. And I saw them and I was like, no, you will not control me, okay? I see you and I released your power on me. Well, that turned into me grabbing one of the whole side packets and downing them on the drive to pick up my daughter. What? Is there something that just has a hold on you like that? Or am I alone? You know, I don't know what it is about graham crackers. I want them all the time in my mouth. And I felt really guilty because then I threw out the box and I thought, look at you. You ate the whole damn box of graham crackers. Can you get it together? While I'm in this dress like a damn sausage. But you know what? Like I said, if Penelope Featherington can have a main character energy glow up on Bridgerton, so can you. And I'm like, your weight does not define you. Your weight does not define how fabulous you are. It might define how fat you are, but not how fabulous you are. So I'm really trying to let go of that guilt. I'm just like, okay, today's a new day. The graham crackers, they can exist and you can exist. And then I just find myself going over there. What do you love that just has a hold on you when you see it? You're just like, ah, freaking garlic. Screw vampires, honey. I need an anti-graham cracker. And with that, let's get into some domestication nation, shall we? Cooking. Salads, baby. There's something when it heats up that I just want salads in my mouth. Salad, salad, salad. It's okay if it has cheese and nuts, and I want a salad as a meal. I do soups in the winter and salads in the summer. I'm just a basic little bitch like that. One of my favorites is from my favorite restaurant of all time, Terroni. Okay, I've been craving it. I miss it. And the Giuggiolosa Salad over there is to die for. And you can make this from all the ingredients that they got at Whole Foods. So let me tell you what's in it. Okay, they have mixed greens. They have cambanzola. Now, Do you know what Camembert is? Camembert is a hybrid between a Camembert Brie and a Gorgonzola blue. So if you kind of like blue but want it more chilled out, Camembert is for you. It is the bomb. And you take that and you break it up all over the mixed greens. Then you take some Kalamata olives that are pitted, put that in there, toast some pine nuts. Then you have red roasted bell pepper. You put those on. You do a drizzle of honey, some balsamic and olive oil. It's literally the perfect salad. Serve that with a side of like sausages for summer, and you are winning. Cocktails. Now, you know I'm a gin girl, okay? And right now, I am so obsessed with a Gimlet. The Gimlet's so easy, and it almost tastes somewhere in between a gin and tonic and a margarita, because it's got 2.5 ounces of gin, then it's got a 1/2 ounce of lime juice, then it's got a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and that's it. Shaken, strained in a coupe, garnished with the lime wheel. It is so easy. And so just when I want something refreshing to get the job done in 1, 2, 3, this is what I love about a French 75, what I love about a sidecar, what I love about a Negroni, and the Gimlet's right there with it. It's like, listen, this is easy. We got 2.5 of this, we got a 1/2 and a 1/2, bam, we got a cocktail, you know? Like, we don't always have to have bitters and this and that and 20 ingredients. It's like sometimes the best things are the simplest. And that cold Gimlet with a fresh salad is everything. Decor. Okay, so last week we talked about sprucing up your outside space, right? I got that long video coming about how I zhuzhed up my whole side yard. And what I'm so obsessed with is the perfect summer tablescape, right? So we're eating outside, but then honey, you know, have you heard of that meme that's like, oh, we're all about experiences, but what are we wearing to the experiences? It's kind of the same thing. So we've set the stage for a beautiful alfresco dinner, but then how are we dressing up the table to have that kind of vibe of just like effortless and beautiful and chic? That's actually going to be the next video that I'm going to bring you after this side yard. I have been doing so much research on plate patterns and the tablecloth and the candlesticks. I mean, let's be honest. A tablescape is like an outfit, right? It's playing dress up on your table. We have layers. And I think what that should include, no matter what, is one, great candlesticks, okay? Have 2 candlesticks where you can light a candle because that always adds ambiance. Hello, I even have it here in my podcast area. I love these palm tree ones that are behind me from CB2. Those are so cool. They're everywhere now. Also, H&M Home has these little leopard ones that are so cute. They're porcelain. I like low flowers for a tablescape because I want to see who I'm looking at. Mandatory is one fun plate. Okay, you have to have a fun plate and you have to have fun, kind of cool silverware. I think that's all you need. Those are the basics and kind of the key anchors to upgrade any tablescape. So stay tuned for that video coming of my perfect tablescape, darling. All right, with that, let's get into some Q&A with some T&A because my T and my A is popping out of my dress, so the Q&A is about to be popping. Dear Juju, do you ever feel creatively blocked? If so, how do you get those yummy creative juices flowing again? You know what's so funny? This question is so apropos because I woke up really early this morning. I think you can hear it in my voice. I have a lot to shoot. I have a lot to do. I've been working out. I've been eating too many graham crackers, you know? So I'm just feeling a little bit creatively blocked in my delivery today. And I'm like, you know what? Just showing up is enough. So to get those creative juices flowing, honey, you have 2 things. You tap in and then you show up. Okay. So tapping in, the first thing that you have to do is you have to just get kind of quiet and go, I'm enough. What do I genuinely love? What am I really interested in? What am I truly trying to say? Okay. What's of the moment? What am I looking towards? What am I like interested in life right now? And then after you write those down, showing up and doing it. So I don't know what creative project you're working on, but whether it's filming or writing or just being creative with ideas, you have to show up like it's your job. Motion is lotion, okay? And the motion of showing up and doing and writing and creating. I read something that said, I'm throwing sand in the box so I can make a castle with it later. right? So just show up and creatively throw sand in the box, okay? And then when inspiration hits, then you can mold it and turn it into a beautiful sandcastle. I thought that was a really good analogy for creatives on what they have to do, because sometimes you have to not feel it, but you're just shoveling sand, like get in the box. And then when inspiration strikes or whenever I listen, I can try molding it into a castle of which what I like. Okay? Tap in, show up, motion is lotion. Dear Juju, am I alone in having a crush always? As I am very happily married and a faithful girly, I feel like I always need a crush, quote unquote. Be it a cute dad at school, a celebrity, or even a city and matching made up life. I feel like it helps me keep a spring in my step and a bit of inspiration to dress up and not live in sloth life on the daily. Any thoughts? I think that is hilarious and healthy. Okay. And no, you are not alone. We all have crushes. And guess what? If you don't think that your husband also has a crush, you're delulu. Okay. He does too. It is very normal. It is very healthy. I don't know why people think, oh, I got married and yeah, my whole attraction to anything else is just cut off, because that's not true. Okay. Let me tell you my two crushes. One of them is my dentist. He's hotter than holy hell. Okay. And, my teeth hurt quite a bit. I need to go for a checkup a lot. And, who else? In my head, Chris Hemsworth is my husband. Chris Hemsworth's Australian, my husband's Australian, and I just kind of blend them together, And my husband loves the girl who talks for the Dodgers. What's her name, Rawls? Kirsten. See, he knew. And he has a crush on her. The weather girls in the morning, he's always having crushes on them. I'm having crushes on dentists. He had a crush on our old dentist. And we're very open about this, okay? But I think you dressing up for them and things like that, I think you should have a crush on you. That's who I think you should have a crush on, because you're fucking hot. Okay? And dressing up does give you that kind of, pump in your stomach. There used to be a time where all my friends would make fun of me and they would go, who am I? But I love him. Because that would be me. I would literally meet someone, feel a spark and go, but I love him. One time, oh my God, I made out with the Bossa Nova delivery guy. Bossa Nova is a Brazilian restaurant. He was so fine. I lived down the street and we were having this exchange for years. And I just said, one day I got up the nerve and said, would you like to come in? And he dropped the to-go order. I literally did a cheerleading jump and I wrapped my legs around him and we made out for a good 20 minutes. And he was like, I'm going to be late delivering all my other things. And I said, no problem. Bye. He was like, can I come back? I said, no, that was it. You know what I mean? It was just the makeout of getting you to come in and do it. And he was like, no. We have to go all the way. I said, we sure don't. That was it. I'm satisfied. My crush is now over. Please don't ever deliver to my house again. He probably thought I was crazy, but I was like, listen, boo-boo, you're not the brightest and you're a delivery boy. This is going nowhere. I'm not going to let you enter me. But I will let you enter my house and smooch me. My husband always says I was messed up for that. But I have a crush pretty much everywhere I go. When I go on set, I look on set. I'm like, okay, who's the hottest? Who would I, fuck, marry, or kill? It's a fun game to play, whether you're at the airport, whether you're at work, whether you're at the dentist office. And let me tell you, your husband does the same thing, so don't worry about it. It's hilarious and it's healthy. Dear Juju, there's a dream job that I've been trying to chase and land for years. I have been so proactive and worked so hard on it, but so far, all my hard work has not paid off. How do I know when to let sleeping dogs lie and accept that it isn't just going to happen? Well, if you believe that it's not going to happen, it'll never happen. Okay? That's the first thing. You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's never going to happen. Because I swear to God, if you planted an apple seed and stared at the soil, you would never believe it was going to turn into a huge tree bearing all this fruit. Now, I get this way sometimes too, because reality, it has its way with time and space and how begrudging it is. I want to talk about 3 things. The first thing, there's something in science called the butterfly effect. Do you know this? And I'm sure you've heard of it because there was a movie, but what is it? Okay, a butterfly flapping its wings in one part of the world can affect so much drastic change that it creates a tornado somewhere else. Those small changes make big changes somewhere else. So where is that somewhere else? That somewhere else is in a future timeline. We're talking quantum physics of you and doing what you need to do. Are you waking up and just scrolling on your phone? Are you making the small changes to become somebody different? Because obviously who you are right now, the way you're thinking about it, the way you're framing it, and maybe the doubt that has seeped in is clearly not serving you. Whatever you believe on the inside gets reflected on the outside. So that outside really is mirroring what's going on the inside. It's been too long. I don't think it's going to happen. Here we go. It's not. And the universe like, okay, great. It's not going to happen then. I would suggest the butterfly effect, making those small changes, waking up 10 minutes earlier, meditating, taking a bath, removing all that doubt, becoming somebody new. The brain would rather be comfortable and negative than be a new positive and uncomfortable. So what you really have to do is get uncomfortable by making those small changes. Zach Galifianakis was 42 years old at a college doing a comedy bit dressed in Raggedy Ann, and the college kids were throwing Oreos at them. And Zach was like, this is probably it. Maybe I'm done. And I think he did not give up. And the next moment, he had his big break. So my next door neighbor, okay, she moved here for 3 months to shoot her shot. She literally applied every day, 5 and 6 times a day for a job. She's from Australia. I think I talked about her, the gorgeous one that my Rocco was trying to hit on. But she kept believing. And guess what? She just booked a job with Amazon, but they told her when she landed because her visa was up, which means that she let it go. So it's this weird dichotomy of letting go while also believing that it's going to happen. Don't give up. You can have 100 closed doors on your... everyone's heard of this. Sylvester Stallone with Rocky, The Godfather. There's been so many times where people were shot down, and then they were finally given a chance for their greatness to show, and then it happened. When you're on a roller coaster and that tipping point before you start going downhill and it starts being fun and then starts picking up speed and momentum seems to be slow and tick forever. You're going up the hill. It's coming, and here's what you need to do. Change up your routine. Do something a little different every day so you don't feel like the same person that's in the same negativity, that's in the same doubt of it's still not happening. Get out of that. Switch up your actions. Switch up your rehearsing. If you rehearse in your mind that you're going to hit a basketball shoot, you know that if you open and you do it, this is what NBA players do. This is what professional athletes do. They imagine the ball going in the hole. Okay? So are you playing daydream? Are you closing your eyes for a little bit? Instead of scrolling or turning on and checking out, tune in. Rehearse it. Get to that feeling and then carry that feeling with you all day. And as soon as you start to feel a little doubt or anxiety of the reality, just be aware of it and let it go. And then combat it with the timing of my life is perfect. And then start to feel that feeling of when it's going to happen and if it happened and if it was happening right now, who would you be? How would you act? What would you do? Walk in that. Okay. Now, a lovely meditation that I like to do is I like to close my eyes. Let's do it together now. And take your old body and just unzip it, okay, from top to bottom. And unzip her, and then like you're getting out of a dress that's too tight, wiggle out of her. Who's attached to that old body? Fear, anxiety, disbelief, doubt. Just unzip her, okay? Unzip her and step out of that. And then underneath that is the person that you are becoming who already has that job. Okay? That job that you're chasing, how does she act? What does she feel? Is she happy? Is she excited? Does she get her nipples hard when it's time to get up and go for work? Walk in that as much as you can for as long as you can. That is your work until the whoosh happens. Okay? Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. What else are we supposed to do in this life? Give up and go get a job that we hate and then live our life in regret? No. Okay? Keep going. Keep doing the work. Keep being aware and keep daydreaming, honey. Who is she? She's walking. She's talking. Her head's held high. And she says, I knew you could do it. I knew you had it in you. I knew it would come. Everyone thought I was crazy, but here I am, Queen Bee, the perfect job. That's you. Say it every day, rehearse it, walk in it. When you don't and fall short, give yourself grace, give yourself awareness. I know that was a little bit of a winded one, but I feel that a lot. So trust me. And I do this work daily. Also listen to Joe Dispenza and everything he talks about on YouTube because this is exactly what he's talking about. Okay, that's the podcast. I love ya. Don't forget that you're a star, okay? Don't forget it. Beyond, don't forget it. Daydream about it, walk in it, act like it, talk like it. The butterfly effect. What small thing can you do that can create a tornado in a different timeline? Quantum physics. You're a star, act in it, love it, do it, be it, shit in it, all of it, okay? Even Oprah takes a crap. Even Kim Kardashian and Brad Pitt, honey, take a crap. How do they crap? Okay? Feeling good about themselves. You should too. I love you. Mwah. And I'm out.